המלחמה הזאת, החזית של המלחמה, התחילה אומנם ב-40 קילומטר, ואופקים נמצאת 22 קילומטר מעזה, אבל מיד היא התפשטה למרכז הארץ ולצפון הארץ. והצורך במיגוניות היה כמעט לכל יישוב ויישוב.
Those were very difficult days for us, had no bomb shelters, couldn't leave our home, weren't able to go outside. For 50 and somewhat days, life was frozen, we couldn't do anything. When we hear a siren, it's very difficult. No one can do it in 45 seconds. It's impossible. I'm thinking about new population. I'm thinking about elderlies that live in Ofakim, which is such a sad story. People that can't make themselves safe. That makes us not be able to leave our house at all.
The solution to a safer life from the missiles attack and the threats from the Gaza Strip is more bomb shelter in the open space, in the public space.
It will make us keep our life as they are, without stopping them, freezing them, to just normal everyday life.
אז מיגונית הגיעה למרכז קניות שלנו, שחס וחלילה אתה נמצא בהלוויה ואין לך לאן לברוח ויש אזעקה, אז שמנו שם מיגוניות במחלקות מיוחדות, במקום שהציבור יוצא לחיים השגרתיים שלו, לשם מקבלנו את המיגוניות שקיבלנו בתרומה מ-JNF קנדה.
This organization is very important to us. Solidarity is a wonderful thing.
הזירה הזאת בסוף היא הכריעה. היא זו שנתנה את הלגיטימציה בעולם, האם להמשיך וכמה להמשיך ואיך להמשיך. והתמיכה שלכם, הבעת התמיכה שלכם בנו ברגעים הקשים האלה, זה התמיכה הגדולה ביותר, שאני מרגיש שהיא החשובה לא פחות מכל דבר אחר, וגם אתם הייתם איתנו במלחמה הזאת.
Hebrew University is a magnet for scholars and students and provides research opportunities for scientists within Israel and from across the world. Within the medical school at Hebrew University, there is a research institute for medical research Israel Canada known as IMRIC. Within IMRIC, there are individual research hubs looking at particular diseases, particular medical issues. And the Cardiometabolic Research Hub is one such hub.
In one center are going to be meeting professors, medical doctors, and the best students in the world of medical studies.
Bringing together a group of people with different expertise whose research focuses on different aspects of metabolic disease with cardiovascular disease orientation to enhance our research and to get science moving forward faster.
Cardiometabolic diseases are a major problem of our days.
Metabolic disease leads to cardiovascular disease, which remains the #1 cause for early mortality.
Whenever you have these three types of participants in the research, you have the new generation of thinking. They think out of the box. The best students at the university are medical students. So whenever they come with the questions and solutions, you have the future. Whenever the basic scientists come to ask the question, they ask it from a very broad perspective. They know molecular biology, and at the same time, many other aspects of biological research, chemical research, and the clinical doctor has the permission to go to the bed of the patient. They come with the day-to-day questions. You do not have it in many places in the world. It is a unique place in Israel.
The money that is going to be raised for this research hub is going to be, of course, for the benefits of advancing research in the field of cardiovascular diseases and metabolic diseases.
It's going to open a new era in research and to solve problems of illness, diseases, and those who suffer.
And the support coming from abroad not only enhances the science that can be done in Israel, but also gives us the moral justification for doing what we do.
It ensures it's thriving for the future with the help of all of you.
Every person in the whole world can do one little thing to make a difference to other people.
And there's no limit to what you can do.
In the Jewish community, philanthropy makes the world go round. Dorothy and Herbie have been incredibly generous families for many decades, and she is very deserving of this honor.
She's a very dedicated person. She has been her entire life.
Her generosity for the State of Israel, her love of the State of Israel, and her support of the State of Israel has been widely known.
Jewish life was a central part of our home. There was always discussion around the table about Israel, community, responsibility. They led by example.
Both my parents taught us about giving to the community.
And they instilled in us strong Jewish values and a love of Israel.
My first trip to Israel was when I was 28 years old, and every time I go back, it's a new love affair for me.
Dorothy's support for two organizations that are very, very prominent in Israel is emblematic of the State of Israel.
I felt that I couldn't do one without the other.
They're kind of married, the two projects. They're both directly helping people and saving lives, yet in two different ways.
JNF really was in my bones when I grew up, and I learned all that from my family, and I just followed in their footsteps. And I got a great deal of pleasure from it.
When the war broke out earlier this year, Dorothy very graciously said shelters are needed in the south of the country, and she preferred that the money go there.
It wasn't a frivolous thing to do, it was an important thing to do.
We have to make all the places within Israel safe.
Safety is one of the essential things in life, and if you don't feel safe where you live, then you can't be your best, you can't be healthy, you can't function in day-to-day life.
Hopefully we'll never have to use them, but if we do, they'll be there for everybody in Israel, not only for the Jews, whoever's in Israel.
Dorothy and her husband Herbert traveled to Israel in the 1960s and became quite engaged in the work that Hebrew University was doing and began to support the university financially.
I purposely felt that we had to support Hebrew University because they were doing such wonderful things in medicine and in science.
Heart disease is something that affects everyone all over the world, all different ages, and we saw in our family how it can really affect someone's life.
I chose the hub for Hebrew University in the cardiac unit because of my husband's heart condition.
He was 38 years old when he had his first heart attack.
He had bypass surgery when he was 50, and Herb lived until he was 77.
This is a nice way of paying tribute to his memory by having the latest research to advance whatever we can with the knowledge of the heart so that more people can live longer.
Dorothy's gift and the funds that will be raised through the Negev dinner will allow that research hub to become established as the Herbert and Dorothy Nadolny Cardiometabolic Research Hub.
This is my opportunity to do a very, very important tribute to my husband.
He's still a huge, important factor in the community, in her life, in our lives, and I don't think she could or would ever consider not having his name on it. I mean,
they were a team.
They're a team. They're still a team.
Anything that she can do to honor him is worth stepping out of the limelight, even though just for a second. I can guarantee you that as limelighted as she is tonight, tomorrow she'll be back to normal.
People that are here tonight have overwhelmingly supported, firstly, Dorothy and the fact that she is being honored, and secondly, by their generosity, have shown their great support for JNF, for Hebrew University, and most importantly, for the State of Israel.